Hi guys, here we were here. Welcome to the first semi-finals. We have Nono versus Andrej, and this is the first game of the BO5. So in the blue color we have Nono with a pretty nice start with a lot of fruit trees, and in the red we have Andrej with a much more poor map. Yeah, not that much fruits, but pretty nice mufflon flocks. In terms of POI, we have a settlement and an orchard for Nono, and same for Andrej. On neutrals, we have 3 orchards, and I know some people would love to have those, and I'm pretty sure Nono is one of those people. So I would be surprised if you were not to take potters pretty early and take control on those orchards as fast as possible. Yeah, and both players. And yeah, as Sai pointed out, both players place their village center pretty much as close as they can to each other, so the distance between them, their base is pretty close. Yeah. And actually, on this map, even though it doesn't have that much food in his base, his orchard is pretty safe. When Nono's orchard is on the front, so if he has an outpost somewhere here, it could be falling pretty soon. Pretty fast at least. So yeah, a nice granary here to take more bushes and the mufflons. And I would expect Andrej to build one of his granaries maybe here or here to get the boars as well. In terms of scouting, it looks like both players scouted each other. Nono found this orchard already, and Andrej now it didn't scout that much of the map, so yeah, I'm kind of here to get the boars on the nice fruit trees, and he's just looking at Nono's base to see what his choices are. And yeah, both players are already at 150 food, and Andrej almost at 150. And so yeah, pretty nice build order so far. 4 on clay for Nono, only 3 for Andrej, so he might be a little bit later on barracks play. But I think everything goes according to their plan. The first take went for Nono, who is a little bit ahead, but woodworking, and I think Andrej is about to take into woodworking as well, because this is the most efficient take in early game, as I've said it so many times. Yeah. And the barracks surprisingly, we have a barracks for Andrej on a natural run for Nono. So it looks like he's trying to go. And yeah, I like what the side said. Yeah, for sure. I don't think Nono will go anything but Assyrian here. With those orchards, he will for sure go Assyrians with 4 outposts at least. He will try to get control of those 4, and maybe this one as well if he can. And yeah, so if he goes Archerian, I think he wants to play defensive early with the slingers to help him against the light axemen, so he can't take any damage. And then transition smoothly into Assyrians and trade colonies. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that many orchards either, like 5 orchards on the map. only 2 settlements and no temple. So yeah, already 1 slinger. Oh, 4 slinger. I think it's a little bit too much. I mean, I wouldn't have expected that much. I would have expected maybe 3 tops, maybe 4, because it still doesn't know. I mean, doesn't know how heavy Andrej will go on the light axeman, right? Yeah, okay. So he wants to be a little bit annoying. Doesn't want to play so defensive, but I'm not sure how it goes. Slinker versus light axeman. Light axeman should win, but it depends a lot on the micro. But actually, the foot count is looking super good for Nono. Like, he has 4 slinger, 5th one is recruiting, 6th will soon go, yeah. So he spent the food for 6 slingers and he's still at 200 food, when Sai has about the same amount of light axeman, but is way worse in terms of food. So it looks like the food trees are paying their dividends, right? And now the outpost, yeah, right away. Outpost for Nono. I didn't see him missing on that orchard. And Andrej went for Plow next. So right now, actually, Andrej is more efficient on a deck because he has plus 15% on 4 farms, when Nono has only plus 10% from the orchard on 3 farms. So farming echo from Andrej is at this moment better than Nono's. But yeah, so Watchtower wants to play a little bit aggressive with the slingers and Watchtowers. Yeah, okay. I think he's doing this because he really wants to defend. He doesn't want to be defending here. He wants to defend a little bit closer to Andrej's base, so he can't lose the orchard. Yeah, you see this villager going straight to this one, taking a similar orchard, so he now has a plus 20%. And yeah, it's being super annoying. And now Andrej is forced onto the defensive plan. No. I think that was kind of a bad fight here, but yeah, okay. Falls back, didn't miss on that. Losing a lot of. He lost 1 stinger already. He will lose more for sure. And yeah, that's why what's hard with slingers against light axemen, because light axemen really, I mean, they are made to counter slingers. So light axemen do good damage against server, but I think with 2 watchtowers, it's the exact amount of watchtowers needed, because he will lose this one for sure. He might lose some slingers as well, but with this watchtower, pretty even fight overall, I think. I mean, the amount of corps is about the same. Both have about the same villagers idled / died. And yeah, you can see both players have about the same villager. A little bit more for Nono, but Nono is starving. And Assyrian, right, yeah, as expected. Edslinger, Assyrians, and already 1 orchard. Didn't take this one. So he has 2 outposts right now. And with this watcher, I mean, Assyrians are doing really good in military units. They are made to be on the aggressive side. So that's exactly what Assyrians want to do: control the map and pushing his opponent. And now Andrej is forced into his base. Yeah, I don't think he can leave. Maybe he can get this orchard, can go on the backside, but Nono is scouting to see if Andrej is trying to expand on the back. He sees only a few villagers, so he knows that Andrej is still here, and now he kills the barracks. So Andrej has to build a natural range now to defend. And food count is now looking really great for Nono and not for Andrej, yeah. Andrej is starting to starve because of all the pressure He's under. Now has to build. He wants to build Slinger, but doesn't have the food for. And now the orchard are starting to paying off. Like those farms, 20% from orchard. Still haven't controlled more, but I think he's not in a rush. He really needs more outposts when he will go for trade colonies, because the food boost will be crazy. So now Andrej stopped the starvation. I think he's still not in a danger of dying, and it's still fine. It's only 4 villagers behind, so there's a clear lead for Nono, but it's still fine. But he needs to fight with more than that. Yeah, he's not fighting with enough units, so he's just losing some. Nono might lose this villager. He doesn't. 3 HP. Andrej has to micro. I might close on the wrong run, and now with the militia and Egyptian play. So yeah, Andrej is forced in defensive, has to take into militia, so Nano can't do anything at the moment. And Andrej will try to boom with better farming echo. But is it really better with that many orchards? This one, I'm surprised he has not taken it, really. Yeah, he's got it for sure. And I'm surprised he didn't take it. Oh, he has a palace here. Okay, he saved some resources for palace. He went for Plo, okay. I think trade colonies would have been better here, because plus 15% on farming is worse than plus 12% on all resources, I think. I think it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's a good choice from the to plow. But I mean, I think he's still ahead now, because in terms of tech, he has 2 more techs. No, 1 more tech. But he already has more points, so yeah, he's 4 points ahead. And now he has archers. So okay, it's transitioned straight into archers. He's probably gonna take some metal soon enough to start upgrading the units. Yeah, archers will for sure destroy militia, because they have more range and they just do too much damage to villagers. See how he melts? That's crazy. 1 slinger for 1 villager, I think you take this trade every day. And I think this is villager as well. But Andrej is still fine with the farming eco. He just needs to find a way to place the palace, so he can go papyrus scrolls, and then really use the Egyptian power. And we're still not seeing more outposts. Okay. Now there's an outpost for Nono, and the trade colonies will surely follow. Still, both players are paying a lot of attention to their units, and they're not throwing any units for nothing. I don't like this fight. It's really hard to take. I think it's even a number. No, has more. And you can't take this fight if you don't have the villager to fight as well, because it's just better unit for Nono. Yeah, now he has the villagers. And with the villagers, it's better, but you see, you really need to engage with all units as well, because at the same time, because he started to fight with the slingers, then brings the villagers, and as soon as the villagers come, Nono falls back. So basically, he just fought too early, and it is a slaughter. So many red corpses. This is a pretty hard game for Andrej. And now he has a palace, yeah. No, it's a barracks. Yeah, maybe he needs the light axeman. But he needs a palace. I don't think the light axeman will save him. now we have elite archers from Nono. Elite archers. Hey, he doesn't need the trade colonies, he just wants to push further his advantage. I mean, he already has 3 orchards. And 4 orchards now. It's 40% farm. Basically, with this tech that he took in Bronze Age, he has better farming echoes than an Egyptian with 5 priests on Papyrus scrolls. That's so crazy, man. The food echo from Nono is just too good with 4 orchards. Yes, Egyptian, but he's Assyrian. it's just too good. But yeah, I really like this plan. Going for Slinger, taking map control right away, and then controlling the orchards. Really nice, really nice. So that's a pretty well played, and you see, the game was pretty even all time, like 42 villagers both. I mean, yeah, the KD is incredible for Nono because you had only range unit and didn't lose that much, but I mean, the resources are not that high. It took map control and spammed unit from the better orchards. Just it. So yeah, well played Nono for the first game. So that's one for you. And I think we can just move on to the next. Okay, so now game 2. We have a little bit less food, I think, than before for Nono. And Andrej might have a little bit more, but really, we don't have 5 orchards in this game. Yeah, that's not a 5 orchard game, so it might be a little bit more standard. Okay, so yeah, settlement and temple. I would be surprised if Nono were to go the same strat again, because it won't be. That won't be. That aggressive. He won't have that much food as he had before, because the food amount that he had in the first game, it was crazy. Fruit trees, he had so many fruit trees. In early game, fruit trees is just so OP. Gives you so much food, and you saw it, like he had 6 lingers and still was above 200 food with 6 lingers. Oh yeah, they don't have boars. Was this so far? And boars are so far, but yeah. But this is, and that boars and muffled, I thought it was 2 boars. Yes, they don't have boars, but to be fair, I don't think boars are that good in early game. I think boars is a resource that you want to have a little bit later, like around 7-8 minutes, because early game I think you just want the fruit trees. It's so OP. I think there's a little bit of an issue with the hunt, at least in early game right now, because the problem is that villagers carry up to 25 food while hunting. So they drop the food less often, and they don't have that much working time. Like, see, this granary here is for this flock, and there's no working time, but there's so much more working time for the berries. So why do they have 25 carry capacity while hunting? I don't think that makes that much sense. But Nono realized. I think Nono realized it. Like, he's not hunting at all for now. On his food count is just higher. And see, like, just because he's going for fruit trees instead of hunting, he is half a point ahead. So woodworking faster, so it will make a difference of. It's hard to say, but it's maybe one farm worth of wood, maybe less, half a farm. But that's huge. And it's a barracks super early. I think it's way earlier than we saw in the first game. And Andrej's scout is not here this time. And we have the reverse. So now Andrej is going for the archery range and Nono for the barracks. I like it. But will the food make the difference? Because he still have some trees here, but then he will have to build another granary. Or go for hunt, so either resource camp here for the hunt, but I think the better play is granary here, take the trees and the boars. And that's when you want to take the boars actually. I think that's the time you should start to farm. So there's a barracks, but it doesn't go for any light axeman. So this is okay. No, I thought it was just baiting. I thought it was just a mind game play. Like, you know, I have a barracks, but I'm not doing anything. But it doesn't know that he's not doing anything, so he's forced to build units still. But no, he doesn't. So now he sees he has a light axeman, but Andrej built a watchtower, and this watchtower, unlike in the first game, I don't really like it actually. Because it's still in a base, but it doesn't protect anything. Like if Nono wants to be annoying, it will go here, and this watchtower is worthless. So I don't really like this watchtower. It's not like previous game when you wanted to absolutely defend an area. This area is pretty useless, I believe. But it's still in between of the two players, right? So it's still decent, but I just don't like it. This is a defensive play. I don't like defensive play when you're not under attack, because it's well, I mean everyone says like better defense is offense, right? So in first game the watchtower was an offensive game. It was an offensive play. But this watchtower is defensive play. But it's not in any attack. So yeah, Nono realizes there's a watchtower here. Can't watch. Donc. So he moves here and will try to hit from north maybe. And now he killed the scout, so Andrej is in the dark. He doesn't know, just scared. Patrolling here and waiting for the attack. And now he's okay. Now Nono wants to siege the watchtower, but slingers are out of pose. So it's actually one slinger, and the watchtower will just melt, right? Light axemen are so good at destroying buildings. Yeah, watchtower will melt, and the slinger inside. Oh, he engages the slinger instantly. Okay, and this slinger is saved. Oh, that's an outpost. So now, okay, so now it's proof. This game is just reverse, right? Oh no, the dwelling will die. Oh, he killed it. Oh no, that's so rough. And the outpost is delayed from the settlements. But Andrej is ahead. So yeah, Nono committed a lot of resources, and you can see the food count now hurting Nono a bit. And Andrej is ahead in terms of villagers. He has a little bit less military, but yeah. And with this LA, he can do damage actually. He will. I think he will snipe the houses. Oh, it's just being annoying. And it's not doing that much damage, but it's delaying. It's wasting Andrej's resources, so Andrej has more food. But he has to idle, he has to rebuild the dwellings, he's wasting clay, he's wasting... And now he can't build it because he's so occupied to defend. So now he's pop-locked. He doesn't have the food, but still catching up in villagers, right? And it shows 28, but it's actually... It's not all a lie, but this one counts in the villager count. So they are equal actually, and now Nono is ahead of one because it doesn't have any settlements. And now the game is fine for Nono. Yeah, so the resource coming for this flock here, and yeah, it didn't expand here. So yeah, just farming it. I think he realized that it's a little bit far. He wants to be the aggressor. He doesn't have that much time to macro. So yeah, he just goes for the easy, between quotes, farms, and yeah, that is pretty fine. And Nono now as idle military, probably is waiting for another tech, maybe elite light axeman, to push forward his advantage. So it's mining. Okay, so he's waiting for equipments. I wonder what the play is. He goes for mining, so he'll go for axes, for shield maybe. And that makes sense that he goes for palace, for Egyptian. Because as he couldn't expand here, if he built so many farms, so now if he goes for papyrus scrolls, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, it's 17 farms, so by the time he ends up, it's 20 farms. If he goes for papyrus scrolls, it's instantly 6 farms, right? 6 free farms. So it's big boom. Goes for spears, yeah, as Side said. Spears, maybe heavy axes. I think we underlook a bit the double axes comp, because I mean they share the axe upgrade, so I think it's still, if you want to keep up the pressure, going for heavy axe is pretty decent. And no Andrej with the wall. I like this wall actually, because it forces Nono to take the long way around, and Andrej is playing with the range, and he has 2 outposts. Yeah, so but he's Egyptian as well. He could have gone Assyrian actually, but yeah, temple, and with the temple, they don't share axe upgrade anymore. Oh, they don't have the same axe upgrade. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't make much sense to go for double axe. And no, it can't get in, I think. Yeah. Greenaway is a little bit too healthy. I don't think there's a wall here. The hole here. This wall is snipeable, but oh no, he won't be able to finish it. He will. Oh no, he's losing. He will lose everything. No, Andrej, what you doing? Andrej, you're losing everything. No, Andrej. Oh no. This is not Age of Empire. No, you're losing it. That's a lot of flight axemen lost, but they're in. No, it's not enough. So I think it's still okay for Andrej. It's more at the time, it's 2 villagers sniped, but he loses all light axemen. So I think it's still okay for Andrej. He lost some resources. Yeah, now he's the aggressor. But yeah, Nono has the better units, on Andrej only starts to go for his palace. The papyrus scroll are here. So yeah, with the 20 farms, the 5 farmers, this text says, okay, you have 6 farms for free. it's crazy. And, and imagine this deck, which says get 6 farm for free, is worse than Nono had what previous game with a 4 or child, right? Yeah, LA was eating too much food. I mean, LA got some value, right? It idled 2 villagers, or 3 maybe, for some time. They killed 1 villager, maybe 1 slinger, they killed 1 house. So yeah, they got some value, yeah, but everything is cleared now, so it relieved a lot of pressure from Andrej. Perfect score as well for Andrej, so now both players have a lot of food. Question is, what will Nono go for? I see furnace. Lots of heavy spears, so I think he realized that Andrej wants to go heavy on range units, so Nono will just spam his spears. And in terms of military, he still have the lead. This settlement, I think, is starting to pay some dividends because they are still even in villager count because this villager still counts in the villager count, so they are even, but Nono killed some. So yeah, the settlement is pay off because he produced maybe three or 4 villagers at this time. But now Nono can go for pot as well and take control of the temple, the settlement, and pretty much everything on the map. Taking some neutral metal here, could go for this metal as well. Oh, he's circling around. Oh, this is about to be one of the biggest eco raids. Oh, this is sneaky. And I think, yeah, Andrej has no idea, right? Yeah, Andrej has no idea. Oh, this is so sneaky. How many spears? It's almost 20 heavy spears. And Andrej, he needs militia, right? This is the only chance. He needs militia right now. He didn't see? Yeah, he saw that. You need militia, right? Oh no. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, that's so many kills. The slingers are dead. Villagers are dead. Farms are melting. Everything is melting. And he's not fighting with everyone. Yes, he kills everything, right? And he has the helmets as well. So it's so tanky, like, they took no damage. Look at it. These archers, they do no damage. They take 0 damage. And this is what I was saying about it's like defensive towers. It's not doing much. You don't want to be on the defensive side. Okay, he's trying to build some heavy spears, but the villagers can't. No, it's just crazy. In the end, he cleared a lot, but the archers will die, right? He tries to fall back to the other watchtower, but that's so hard. And spears are upgraded as well, so that's elite spearmen with helmets and spearheads, right? That's a huge fight for Nono here. That might be the turning point of the game because I don't know how I can recover from this. It's now 15 village lead. The food is pretty low for both, so Nono won't be able to rip up that fast. But they are swordsmen. This is a swordsman. Yeah, because he has all the metal he wants, right? So you can spam swordsman. They're pretty expensive, so he still needs to build more farms, be a little bit efficient with the food. But he's not going for swordsman. I don't know how it goes for the equipment. He's probably researching for some equipment. He really needs those two, yeah, because before swordsman becomes strong enough, he really needs those five. And now we have Will. And this fight, I think this is enough. Oh, swordsman, look at it. They're doing so much damage. This is swordsman's so good. I mean, swordsmen die to archers in Watchtowers, but swordsmen do so much damage. Look at it. 3 hits, archer die. Boom. And that is really hard. Really hard for Andrej. Still going for the middle here because he has everything on the map. Andrej is still stuck in his base. The wall is for sure good, and there's no relieves a lot of pressure because now Nono has to come from here, but he managed to sneak a huge army. This is crazy. Yeah, Andrej can't do anything. The swordsmen are just too good. They're too strong. They're really good. Really good game again for Nono. Crazy game again. And I loved it because it was reversed. I mean, that was strategy. They were reverse position, and Nono went for the barracks when Andrej went for the slingers. So yeah, we had the Egyptian mirror because Egyptians are for sure really good. Yeah, there's no debate about it. Yeah, it was a crazy game so far. And I think what makes the difference in both games, I think the difference is just the fruit trees, right? Because the fruit trees early on, it's just doing so much, giving him the village lead. There's a military lead, producing more military, and he's doing so much work. Even though it doesn't look like much, because with the light axeman, it didn't do that much in early game. It didn't kill anything, I think. It just destroyed a house. It destroyed a watchtower. That's about it, right? Didn't do that much, but it's enough. You don't need to kill 5 villagers before 5 minutes to win the game, right? You just need to delay your opponent enough and get more techs and more equipments. Then you have a better army and you win fights. So you don't need to kill everything with a few military you do. You just have to do something about it. If you spend resources, you have to make it worse, because it's light axemen are so good at applying pressure and they do so much damage to buildings. Yep. That's crazy. And now we go to game 3. Maybe we can have... Yeah, we have an opposite side. So now they are very far. And now pressure will be way harder to put in this game. So we might have a little bit slower game, but I see an orchard. So yeah, so still some fruit trees. Those trees are really far. I think you need the granary here to collect everything. Oh, these balls are crazy. Oh, these balls. It's like if you can control this, it's so much food, so much food. And I'm sure Sai is like out of his mind. and yeah, for Andrej, it's a pretty bad map actually. There's no green. There's so much arid land, and not that many fruit trees. And so he goes for the granary right away. Takes these balls as well, and maybe he can get these balls also. So, but this will be a huge tense point of the game, I think. In terms of POI, both players have an orchard, and in neutrals we have 2 temples on a settlement. And actually, Nono's base is not that good either because it doesn't have really good fertile soil. Right? It's still grassland, it's plains, but it doesn't have that much wet grassland where you have full farm efficiency. But the fruit trees are really good. On this orchard, you can build farms around it. Now pushing the mufflins, I really like this micro, like putting 1 hit on each mufflins, and then by the time you hit the first, he regenerates. Like now you see, he has 12 HP now. So now he's closer again. So he pushed every mufflin with 2 hits when they should die in 2 hits. I really like this micro. And now Andrej understood it. He's taking the fruit trees first. Because fruits are just better, right? And Nuno is going for the hunt. He's not taking the trees. So in this game we might have the opposite start. I mean, he's not committed. Yeah, he's committed a lot. He has six hunters. And you see, Andrej is first to 150, and now Andrej should. No, I missed some thresholds. I think in the other game, they're pretty close. They're pretty even in food. So now we have to ask. Andrej lost the 2 first game with Egyptians. So really try to go for something else, maybe Assyrians as well, to help him control the center and get the orchard as well, and maybe Babylonians if he wants more defense because he's having trouble defending his base. So maybe he's going for the defensive play with Babylonians, spamming more villagers and having the +2 defense to buildings. Maybe that's what he needs. Both players are going for barracks now, so it will be light axe war. First deck, we have woodworking for both, yeah. As per usual, I mean, there's no reason not taking woodworking. So the Morphland has almost depleted. Andrej will take the board falling, probably. And then Nono sees the light axe. So I think in light axe 4, there's different strategy you can. I mean, pretty hard to explain, but I think the best strategy is being the defensor with a little bit less light axemen, but more villagers. Because in that way you can control your opponent's military um, while not losing resource. So that's not enough. Like 5 to 2, it's not what you want to be, not where you want to be. But I think being 3 to 5, maybe 4 to 5, and with that many villagers, you see, Andrej, he just can't fight. He realizes that if he turns, he loses everything. So it's for sure some idle time. And so elites. Okay, so Nono spent his second tech into elites. So for sure now he takes the lead. And he goes for more light attacks. Okay, he's making me lie. I mean, that's why I'm casting an unplay, right? Because I'm not making good decisions. But I guess with elite light axeman, spamming light axeman, maybe it's a good choice because now Andrej has to do the same, right? Because if it doesn't match the elite, it will be so hard, right? Oh no, the grenade! He destroyed it! No, he sniped it! Oh no, that's so hard! Ah, oh, that's so hard. I mean, Andrej has a lot of clay, so it's not that bad. That's hard snipe from the grenade. It's just insult to injuries. And Andrej has to go for the elite light axeman. Oh, that what poor here! It's like all villagers, all light axemen. But it's look like Nono is winning it. Maybe with these villagers, now Nono is losing. No more light axemen. All light axemen died. But the villagers, what is this game? What is this game? No, everything dies, right? Nono is winning it. All villagers dies. Now he has to fall back. But controlling the center with the balls. And Nono is starving. So in the end, Andrej is the winner, right? Looks like Nono killed one more, but with the starvation, it will just compensate, right? But I mean, Nono kind of won the lead, but it's especially controls the balls, right? So now he has the 2 flocks. He got the 2 flocks of balls. Now he lost 1 ball on the second flock. But they both have to send more light axemen, right? They both have to send more. And Andrej is not. Andrej is not spamming anymore. So he only has 2, and he's not producing more. So it might be hard for Andrej. Yeah, see, dropping the food, and he needs to he will just send more because he needs to defend it. This is such an important spot. And Andrej realizes it. He knows that he has to fight for it. He can't let Nono has this free food. Hey, drop the food first. Drop the food. Oh no, he lost some. And now he's losing. I think it's beneficial for Andrej. Nono has to back off. No, I think Andrej was winning it. That's so hard to say. I can't count on millimeters. It's 7 here. And it's 7. It was 7 for both, but it looked like Nono's HP bar was a little bit better. But now he has the lights coming back. And Andrej is still not producing. So he has 1, but he's not producing. Nono has 5. And now this is pretty good for Nono, I think. This game, so tense around the center of the map. Oh no, Andrej is losing. He didn't notice. And this is an Assyrian play for Andrej because I haven't talked at all about the technologies. But yeah, Andrej is ahead in text, controlling these orchards already, this outpost, this ancient temple. So yes, this is 3 POI for Andrej. So now he can, I think he can just try to defend. And this orchard is good because now he has something to defend. He has the orchard to defend. He has this temple to defend. This is a huge point. This is the entry of the base. Okay, he lost this area, but he already took 1 flock and 1 boar. And with this watchtower, he will defend the outpost. And if he can go somehow to trade colonies, he should be fine. Nano sniping the house again. He needs to defend the outpost. And Temple is doing the work actually, because you see, he's really bad on food, but he's still producing knowledge. So if he can survive long enough, he will have the tech point. But he needs another watchtower. And Nano is not sending slinkers, don't notice it, but he will really go for 8 slinkers so far? No. No, this is GG. I'm so sad for Andrej again. Because this was so tense. He was first to the center and he almost won it. I think the only thing that cost him the game is like he didn't reproduce the Light Axeman fast enough after the fight. I think that's the only difference. Because he won the first fight against the Light Axeman. It just didn't reproduce recruits fast enough. That's so sad. But yeah, well played from both players actually, because they both. Andrej lost, but he played amazingly during the Rumble stage, and even those games it was pretty close all the time. So well played from both players, and well played Nano, and see you tomorrow for the finals, I guess. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.